How come you don't swim?
You don't know how to swim either.
You both gotta learn to swim. See, I'm safe.
Doesn't even protect your family. Big Pop, what's wrong with you?
Okay! I need you to be good and quiet around your mom.
It's my birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday, old man.
God, I'm starving.
Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick. That was We the Animals, which won the Next Award at Sundance this year. It is the scripted film debut from documentary filmmaker Jeremiah Zager, Christy, Lemire, Alonso, Duralde. This is already in theaters or opening this weekend?
It opens this weekend.
Okay, opening this weekend. Christy's gonna tell us about it.
It's a new thing, yeah, and please go try and find it on a screen that you can sit in that is large, that's not just like your laptop, because it's really beautifully shot. It is about these three little boys, they're all brothers, and they are trying to figure out who they are with these really volatile parents played by Raul Castillo and Sheila Vann, who was so great in A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. And it's just sort of about their loose, wild shenanigans in the woods and in their house. They live kind of in working class squalor, and their parents fight a lot and drink a lot and don't really parent them. And it's how they survive and sort of try to forge identities for themselves without a whole lot of guidance. I mean, their parents, I would suspect, mean well, but they're just really not equipped for much of parenting. And it's mostly told through the perspective of the youngest kid, Jonah, played by, I want to say his name, Evan Rosado, who looks like a young Alex Rodriguez.
Okay.
Sports. Like, I believe you. No, but he's beautiful.
Yeah, the three kids are extraordinary that they found for this film, and I think Zager does a really good job of getting a very natural, performance out of them. Yeah, the parents are played by Sheila Vann from Girl Walks Home at Night, and you don't watch television, so Raul Castillo. HBO's Looking.
Who was he in that?
He was the very dreamy hair guy who our hero kept coming to and leaving and coming back to, and we all knew that they were the OTP of that show.
He looks like Freddie Mercury. Like, I can imagine, like, if Rami Malek hadn't been cast to play Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody, that this might have been a good choice.
He can rock a mustache.
Yes.
I'll give you that much.
Yes. This reminded me of Terrence Malick, but in the best possible ways.
Yes.
And with more of a narrative drive to it, and more of an emotional heft to it. It is sort of told in vignettes, and a lot is told wordlessly, very efficiently.
Yeah.
And it's about how these kids interact with each other or interact with nature. It's not a lot of like magical twirling and meadows, but it is a lot about their relationship with nature and how that helps them learn how to become young men.
Yes, this is like, it's Malick if the childhood sequences of Tree of Life had been shot like Badlands.
Okay. That's good, yeah. It does remind me a lot of the family stuff, the Brad Pitt family stuff with the kids in Tree of Life. I thought it was shot in Texas because of that. There is sort of a Texas in the summertime kind of steaminess
Cicada,
to it. Yeah, and it's the big skies. The sunsets are beautiful.
Yeah, it's a little Malick, a little Moonlight, a little bit in terms of, I'd say, like the first segment. But yeah, I think one of those movies that's really smart and very unsentimental about a dysfunctional family through the eyes of young children, and the movie doesn't tell you things. It just sort of like leaves it to you to infer them from what the kids see, from the bits of things of information or of circumstance or context that the kids can kind of grasp with what's going on with the parents and what's happening around the house. When there's no food in the fridge, the stuff like that. Yeah, I think this is a really beautifully made film. It's intuitive in a way, just because again, it doesn't, it's not narrated.
No. They don't hold your hand ever. I love that about it. Yeah.
But it's also not enigmatic. I mean, you can totally grasp what's happening and who these kids are going to be and how their current surroundings are going to change them, and affect their lives.
Right, and it does feel very insular because it mostly is about these three kids and their parents, but then they also have some interactions with an older boy who lives on a farm with his dad or uncle
something
or
like that, yeah.
something nearby. And so the youngest kid, Jonah, spends some time with him that ends up being very formative for him as well. And again, like that doesn't necessarily go the way you expect.
Right.
Nothing ever goes the way you expect, and it just sort of feels like you're following like this stream, you know. It's just, and wherever it takes you, it takes you. But it's not meandering.
This is
ever.
based on a novel.
Based on an autobiography, kind of, right?
I thought,
Torres.
maybe an autobiographical
Maybe not.
novel.
Maybe
I don't know. But I can't imagine what this was like on the page because it's so cinematic in the way that it's telling you this story and capturing these characters.
Yes, it played at Outfest.
It did?
And how was it received at Outfest?
Very well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a gorgeous film, so if you can go and find it in a theater, that would be amazing for you. My number is an 8. I really, really like this movie a lot.
What did I say?
It's a 7.8. You want to
You know
stick
what?
with
I'm
that?
going to say no, 8. I think
say
it's an 8. It's a gorgeous film. Zegers made documentaries before. This is his first. And we were talking about Skate Kitchen earlier. Also a first. It's funny. I used to say first narrative feature, and Andi Timoner corrected me. She's a doc filmmaker who has her own fictional film this year, the Mapplethorpe biopic. She goes, I call it my first scripted film.
Can we say feature?
Because all of my documentaries have a narrative.
I mean, yeah, but like, can we say like feature film versus?
No, because documentaries
fiction?
are features
They're
if they're
also
long.
Documentary
you know.
feature or
features
short.
about length and not about
All
you
right.
know.
Well, for
So.
20 years now,
I know it was
I've been
news to
saying
me
it
too.
wrong.
Scripted feature is
right.
what we're supposed to be saying.
Anyway,
so.
it's very good. Whatever you want to call it, it's very good. So,
Yes, go see it.
Our number is an 8. It's at 91% on the tomato meter. So please go find it.
And she's right. See it in a theater. It rewards that kind of experience, and it's not going to be quite the same on a smaller screen.
Okay.